that the gospel is powerful in my life as one of the boys in the hood. It's powerful in my life, and it's the same power, the same kind of working in somebody else's life in Ethiopia or in Korea or in Palos Verdes or in Pasadena. It doesn't matter where you're coming from. All that matters is that the gospel can change your life. He says it's bearing fruit and it's growing. See, one of the things back then was that people thought that the government was going to help you prosper and be rich and bring peace and order. That phrase, bearing fruit and growing, they would attribute to Caesar, the emperor, because Caesar has come to you. Your land, your life, your people will now bear fruit and grow. In my experience, the government doesn't really help you bear fruit and grow. But it's not just the government. Some of us think that a new car is going to help us bear fruit and grow. Me, personally, I want an iPod. Is that really going to help me bear fruit and grow? I don't know. Some of us think a new house is going to help us bear fruit and grow. Or maybe if we change jobs, we could bear fruit and grow. Or maybe if we had a spouse, we could bear fruit and grow. And Paul says, no, it's the gospel that helps you bear fruit and grow, not in the ways that the world defines. But take a look at your life right now. Those of you who have said, I'm a follower of Christ, think about where you were BC, before Christ, and where you are now. Anno Domini, your personal year of our Lord. And you can see where you've bore fruit and you've grown. I can remember walking the streets of Linwood looking for my next high. That's what I thought could help me bear fruit and grow. Not knowing if I was going to be in prison at the same time the next year because of some stupid mistakes that I made, because I felt like if I did this, that I would be accepted. My friends would accept me. Oh, it's cool. Just let them have the stuff. Let them go through the checkout line and I pay. It's cool. It's cool. Stupid. But I see where I am now. Seeing that I don't need people's acceptance. And I don't need society's acceptance. I don't need a new car to feel good about myself. I don't need everything even to go right in my life to feel good about myself. All I need is the embracing, consuming love of Christ. And I know that's helped me bear fruit and grow. And that is the gospel. And Paul says this gospel is born fruit in your life. It's helped you grow. And because of that, I appreciate you. No, he doesn't say it exactly like Jason says it. But he says, I appreciate you. He says this gospel, the same gospel that's bearing fruit and growing all over the world, is doing the same among you individually. Your character, your life decisions, your choices, your disposition. Now, I feel like I have something to smile about. I don't have to be looking all sad like I just sucked on some lemons or something. Can be happy because of God's love. Could be joyful because of God's love. And it's bearing fruit and growing among us. It's bearing fruit and growing communally. Doing life together. Helping each other out. Going to small groups. Sharing our lives. Being honest. It's helping us out. Paul says since the day it's helped us, It's helped the Colossians since the day you heard and understood God's grace in all its truth. The grace of God, his unmerited favor. And whenever I'm down, when I have something to complain about, I look back to God's grace and realize I have nothing to complain about. Because he stops me from getting what I deserve. If I think about the things that I've done to others and the things that I've done to God, I realize I deserve punishment. I don't get that. He says the charges are dropped, but then not only that, not only does he stop me from getting what I deserve, he gives me more than what I deserve. When I just look outside and I hear birds chirping, I can remember a couple of years ago, I was really, really depressed. And I woke up, I got in the corner, I was about to read my Bible, and I was like, those stupid birds. Why does Lomita have to be so natural? But this is God's grace that the sun would come up every day. It's what I don't deserve. That in most places in the world, it's beans and rice every day. And you're lucky to get some chicken at the end of the week. And I'm eating chicken every day. And I like it. Yvette's chicken is good. That's God's grace. He says you've understood this and you learned it from Epaphras, our fellow servant. And what Paul is saying is that Paul is not a one-man show. It may seem like it, but he's saying, I didn't even preach the gospel to you guys. A lot of times we look at Paul, we look at the people in the Bible as, hey, they're one-man shows. They've been doing this, all by themselves, and it's kind of ridiculous. You ever seen the one-man band? I mean, he really couldn't play any music. He was just making noise. A lot of times we take everything on ourselves and try to be one-man shows or one-woman shows, and we're really not doing anything.